one of the icon of Formula One.
The best driver in Grand Prix racing.
He is in Brazil, he's in my heart, he always has been.
It will be his 37th Grand Prix win.
Ayrton was one of the best.
Best driver in the world by a long way.
He was really the first kind of icon in the sport, pretty unique individual.
Senna, to the delirious delight of his countrymen.
He was definitely one of the best ever driving Formula One.
This is the best thing that could possibly have happened for Grand Prix racing.
Imagine driving at over 200 miles per hour, rain pouring down, visibility near zero, yet somehow controlling the car as if it were an extension of your own body. That was Ayrton Senna. To millions of fans, he wasn't just a Formula One driver. He was an artist, a genius, and a warrior behind the wheel. His story is one of raw talent, relentless determination, glory, and tragedy. Let's take a closer look at the life of Ayrton Senna, from his beginnings in Brazil to becoming a global legend whose name still echoes through the racing world. Early life and family background. Ayrton Senna da Silva was born on March 21st, 1960 in São Paulo, Brazil. He grew up in a middle-class family that valued discipline, faith, and hard work. His father, Milton da Silva, was a businessman and landowner, while his mother, Nade, was a devoted homemaker. From an early age, Ayrton stood out. Though shy and reserved as a child, he had an intense curiosity and a natural sense of focus. But it wasn't academics or social life where his passion burned brightest. It was speed. At just 4 years old, Ayrton was already fascinated with cars. By the age of 7, his father built him a small go-kart. What started as a hobby soon revealed an extraordinary talent. The first steps in racing Senna entered his first go-kart race at age 13. While most kids were still learning the basics, Ayrton was already mastering the art of precision driving. His control, reflexes, and ability to find grip on difficult surfaces set him apart. Despite his natural gifts, Ayrton was not a child prodigy who had everything handed to him. Brazil in the 1970s wasn't a country known for producing Formula One champions. He had to fight for recognition, traveling across the country to compete in karting championships. By his late teens, Ayrton was dominating the karting scene in Brazil and soon represented his country in the Karting World Championships in Europe. Though he didn't win those early world titles, he gained invaluable experience racing against some of the best young drivers in the world. Moving to Europe, realizing his future was in professional motorsport, Ayrton made a bold decision in 1981. He left Brazil for Europe to pursue his dream of becoming a Formula One driver. He began racing in the Formula Ford series in the United Kingdom. Almost immediately, Senna started turning heads. In his debut year, he won numerous races, showcasing his ability to adapt to new cars and tracks with ease. In 1982, he captured the British and European Formula Ford 2000 titles. The next year, he moved up to Formula 3, where his dominance continued. In 1983, Ayrton won the prestigious British Formula 3 Championship, securing his reputation as one of the most promising young drivers in the world. It was only a matter of time before Formula One teams came calling. Formula One debut. Ayrton Senna made his Formula One debut in 1984 with Toleman, a small, underfunded team. Many young drivers might have struggled in such a modest setup, but Senna's talent shone through immediately. One race in particular cemented his arrival. At the Monaco Grand Prix, held in pouring rain, Senna drove a near-perfect race. Starting 13th, he carved through the field with breathtaking skill, closing in on race leader Alain Prost before the race was controversially stopped. Though he finished second, that day marked the birth of a superstar, rise to stardom with Lotus. After a strong rookie season, Senna moved to Lotus in 1985. It was there that he scored his first Formula One victory at the Portuguese Grand Prix, once again in wet conditions. Rain races became his trademark, with fans calling him a rain master. At Lotus, Ayrton proved he could not only compete but also dominate. He took several pole positions and victories, building a reputation as one of the most naturally gifted drivers the sport had ever seen. His qualifying speed was unmatched, and his ability to push a car to its absolute limit left fans and rivals in awe. The McLaren era and rivalry with Prost. In 1988, Ayrton Senna joined McLaren, partnering with French driver Alain Prost, who was already a two-time world champion. Together, they formed one of the most iconic rivalries in Formula One history. That year, Senna won his first world championship, outpacing Prost with a series of breathtaking performances. His aggressive style, combined with his relentless drive to win, made him the most exciting driver on the grid. The rivalry with Prost reached its peak in 1989 and 1990, with both drivers clashing on and off the track. Their battles included controversial crashes, political maneuvering within the sport, and moments of pure racing brilliance. For fans, it was electrifying. Two giants pushing each other to the edge. Senna went on to win 3 world championships with McLaren in 1988, 1990, and 1991. At his peak, he was untouchable. His qualifying laps were often described as works of art, raw speed, instinct, and precision combined into something transcendent. Driving philosophy and personality. What made Ayrton Senna different wasn't just his skill, it was his philosophy. He saw racing as a spiritual experience. For him, driving on the limit was a way to connect with something greater than himself. Senna was deeply religious and often spoke about his faith guiding him on the track. He once said, "On a given day, a given circumstance, you think you have a limit, and you then go for this limit, and you touch this limit, and you think, okay, this is the limit. As soon as you touch this limit, something happens, and you can suddenly go a little bit further. With your mind power, your determination, your instinct, and your experience as well, you can fly very high." This mindset made him not only a champion, but also a symbol of human willpower. The tragic end. In 1994, Ayrton Senna joined Williams, one of the top teams at the time, with hopes of winning another championship. However, Formula One was entering a dangerous era, with cars becoming faster, but safety not yet catching up. On May 1st, 1994, during the San Marino Grand Prix at Imola, tragedy struck. On lap 7, Senna's car went straight off the track at high speed and crashed into a concrete wall. He was just 34 years old. The motorsport world was devastated. Millions mourned his passing, and in Brazil, Senna was treated as a national hero, with more than 3 million people attending his funeral procession. His death also became a turning point for Formula One. It led to sweeping safety reforms that have since saved countless lives. Legacy. Ayrton Senna's legacy goes far beyond statistics. Yes, he won 41 races, 65 pole positions, and 3 world championships, but his influence was deeper. He inspired a generation of drivers with his passion, courage, and artistry behind the wheel. To this day, legends like Lewis Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel cite him as their greatest influence. Beyond racing, Senna was also known for his philanthropy. During his life, he quietly donated millions to help children in Brazil. After his death, his family established the Ayrton Senna Institute, which continues to provide education and opportunities to underprivileged youth. Ayrton Senna's story is one of brilliance and tragedy, a life lived on the edge, pushing beyond limits, and inspiring millions. From a boy with a homemade go-kart in Sao Paulo to becoming one of the greatest drivers in history, his journey reminds us that greatness is not just about winning, but about passion, courage, and leaving a lasting impact. Senna once said, "Racing, competing, it's in my blood. It's part of me. It's part of my life." And even though his life was cut short, Ayrton Senna's spirit still races on. In every Formula One car, in every fan who believes in chasing the impossible, and in every dreamer who dares to go beyond the limit.